You doing, Coach?
I say guys because there's no one in the room, so guys, game. Okay. Ready.
Okay, so Tennessee being a premier program, their first time here. This is sort of that out-of-conference game that, we're looking to learn something from, looking to see what the next level of a game scheduling looks like. What did you guys learn about yourselves tonight?
That we have to come out better in the first two quarters, for sure. We can't wait till the third quarter. We did that the last game against Duquesne. I think this game is more about us, honestly, than them, because they didn't even have their best player here today. So this was a really big missed opportunity for us. So we got to come out ready to go in the first and second quarters, because if we play the first and second quarters like we played the third quarter, it'd been a whole different ball game. So. I see that. We scored 16 points in the third quarter. We were making shots. Our press was on. That's UCF basketball. But we can't win games with, I don't care who it is, with one good quarter. We cannot.
There were 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter, and Tennessee was already in the penalty. You had only 5 points in the second quarter. Is that what you point towards when you look at this loss, or is there something else that you think would be the reason why this loss happened tonight?
Oh, because we couldn't make shots. And so we can't press if we're not making shots, right? And they had 13 offensive rebounds. We knew that, but they're going to crash the boards, and so obviously we got to go back and we're going to do a lot of rebounding drills for the next few days, because I'm sure Virginia's got some post players too that can rebound. So I just thought it was just little things like not being able to score. That really, we were getting wide open shots. We were getting wide open looks. Our post players were non-present today, and our post players are some of our best players. So obviously we're gonna look at film and kind of watch that to see how we gotta either run a different set for them, or they gotta toughen up and post up and not get steals, because they were going over the top side and getting steals when we were passing it in.
Saw that 8-0 run right at the end of the third quarter. Diamond was a big part of that. Explain how much of that offense was crucial to your team and what you can take from that moving forward later in the season.
Yeah, we cut it to 4. Into the fourth, I said, we're right there. This is the game right now, I also think that we need our bench to step up a little bit more too, because that's a lot. We were pressing the whole time. That is a lot, right? But we pressed a lot before, but I think that we're going to have to get Shania even better. We're going to have to get Asia back. She's been out for a while, and she hasn't been, playing. And hopefully we can get Layla to have bodies to rest people a little bit, so they can take a breather, then go back in and press.
So as far, it seemed in the second quarter that offensively Tennessee started to spread you guys out a little bit. They had challenged you down low, and it seems like you guys answered. When they spread out in the second quarter, did you feel like they reacted to you by spreading out a bit, that you would show, hey, we can hang with you physically?
Spreading out? What do you mean by spreading out?
They seemed to attack the paint a little bit more and started to depend more on jump shots.
I don't know her number. Number 2, the big kid.
25.
20.
When 20 goes out of the game, they're guard oriented. They're all guards. 2's a guard, 25's a guard.
Mm-hmm.
They're all guards. So that's why they could spread us out, because she was out of the game.
Not necessarily related to tonight's game, but your daughter did sign her letter. How proud does that make you as a mom, and what do you think that's going to be like, coaching your daughter next year, or for the next 4 years?
As a mom, obviously all moms are proud when their daughters, accomplish their dreams, and I think as a mom, she's a coach's kid too, but as a mom, she's worked really, really hard. Academically and athletically too. So obviously as a mom, I'm super excited. Obviously she's getting free education, so that really helps, right? But as a coach, I'm super excited that she's coming to play here. This is her family. Diamond's one of her favorites, and so are a lot of all our other players on our team. It's her family. My coaches, those are her family. Guidi, I don't know if you know who Guidi is. He was at Missouri State with me, so that was 18 years ago. Tommy was at Missouri State with me 18 years ago. Keish was at Albany with me, East was at Albany with me for I don't know how many years. Terrible numbers, right? And then Ebony was at Albany with me. So Savannah and I grew up with everybody here, so I think that was a big factor to her decision too, not just me, but she also knows our system and loves our system. We signed her to replace Tay in the front of the press and be athletic like that, so she really fits our system.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, so you mentioned, so you had mentioned that there are going to be rebounding drills in the future too, but what's something else from this game that you could build into the next game?
Well, our captains need to really step up and get everybody ready for practice and not rely on Coach Abe and the coaches to get them ready for practice every single day. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest changes and not that they haven't been doing that, but, you know, after watching this game, Wilson can't be in foul trouble. She can't. Diamond can't be in foul trouble. There's no outs, you know, it's neither can Tay. And, you know, their number 25 for them wasn't in foul trouble. And number 2, I don't know if she was in foul trouble, 1 foul, like your top players and your captains, they need to be in the game majority of the time in order for you, and because go-to players, which are those 3 for us especially, have to be in the game and have to win big games for you.
One last thing, Coach. We talked about the critical points. What's something positive you could put in your cap from this game?
Diamond was a warrior. I mean, she pretty much kept us in the game in terms of scoring and obviously defensively in the press and everything. I mean, she was doing a great job for us, and she got some steals and she got some, you know, good assists. So I mean, Diamond's playing like we know Diamond can play right now. She had 16 points the first game. It's not about points, but thank God she scored points, right? It was 16 the first game, 21 in this game, and you know, my team understands. Like they all said in the locker room, we asked them that question, like who stepped up and who did what we asked them to do today, because we wrote down different stuff that they need to do, and every single one of them said Diamond, right? So that's the most positive out of this. I think Desto did a good job too. She had 11 rebounds.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much, Coach.
You need me to sit in here? Yes? Yes, you need me to sit in here?
Hi, Diamond. So, big moment for the program here, having Tennessee in town to play you guys, first time in history. What were your feelings going into the game with that in mind?
We were excited. Sometimes we get too excited and kind of lose track. So just, you know, trying to keep a cap on that, but still having energy and playing like we did the second half and the first half with less turnovers and controlling the ball and scoring and getting people open.
It seemed at the start of the game you were the one bringing the ball up, and then it kind of transitioned to Alicia a little bit later on in the game. How do you feel about playing more of an off-ball role in this offense?
It has changed. I was so used to being on the ball when KK was here. KK did the same thing. She started a couple years with the ball, and then she transitioned to the 2. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm looking to score more. So with Alicia handling the ball, that's something she loves to do. She's a great passer, great vision. So when I'm off the ball, it's easier for me to score, easier for me to get her assist, for her to pass. So just putting people in places where they're comfortable.
If you look at the line and the rosters, they'll focus on, you know, hey, they have players that are 6'5" and 6'6", and on the other side with you guys, 6'2" and 6'3", and yet it's 5'8" diamond battles that dominates. How did the physics of the game allow that to happen?
I don't know, just bringing my energy and intensity, trying to get people pumped up, just having my mindset that I will knock down shots when I need to knock them down or get people open when I need to get them open. To me, the size don't matter. It's always about the heart. So I just came in with a lot of heart and I really wanted the game, so play like it.
It's clear the team looks to you for leadership and guidance. And do you feel an added pressure when you're down, you're trailing during the game, and you feel the need to catch back up?
No pressure at all. It's just something that my teammates know that I can give them. Like Tay says a lot of time, when she's down and I give her energy, it just pumps her up. So it's no pressure. It's just something I was born with, just giving people energy, making people feel comfortable, uplifting people. So when I'm in the game, that's what I try to do.
And the potential turning point of that game was the end of that third quarter when you all went on an 8-0 run, cut the deficit to 4. Why do you think the team wasn't able to get over the hump eventually?
We kind of got complacent a little bit. The turnovers kind of bit us in the butt. But just like Abe said, we just got to, our captains, us as captains, you know, just in practice when we're in situations like that, just, you know, thinking about this moment and, you know, practicing being poised, patient, just looking for what Abe say look for and knocking down shots.
At halftime, you were down 12, closed the gap twice to 4 in that second half of play. What did Coach Abe say to you guys at halftime?
She told us to lock in. She told us we can go out there and fight, pressure the ball, play UCF basketball. We need to make shots, make free throws, drop fouls so we can get in our press. That's how we score. That's how we, get our mojo. So we just have to come out and hit shots so we can be in the press. And when we're in the press, good things happen.
Is there anything you learned about your team tonight? You played a lot of games together. We played a lot of tough opponents. Tonight was another tough opponent in Tennessee. So is there anything you've learned about these people, or is this just kind of repetition at this point?
I feel like we learned something about each other every game. The first 2 games of the season we learned a lot, but this game for sure, just being ready at the beginning. We say we're ready, we feel like we're ready, but actually locking in and being ready. Because if we would have came, like Abe said, if we would have played just like Duquesne, we played the second half and won. Tennessee, we waited to the second half. We just literally have to play the first half how we play the second half, and we can literally beat teams that we want to beat.
Last one.
Last week, Diamond, you and I talked about you basically growing in this program as a part of it and came out against Tennessee. What kind of message do you think you made for your program in keeping up with a team like that, with the concept of Big 12 basketball coming in the future, all of that? What kind of impression do you think you left on the public with this?
Our defense is our name, so, we held them to 49 points, and it's a top SEC team, so, defense is key for us. We only lost by 8. Turnovers, if we would have cut them down and grabbed some more boards, I feel like we would have been in the game, so it made a statement for us that, we can't hang in with anybody. If we come to play UCF ball, we got it.
Thanks, Diamond.
Simon?